9:88 last week, atop the standings on the men's side of the ledger. Meanwhile, for the women, it's Michelle Perry in the 100-meter hurdle. She leads with 1,194 points, and Sonia Richards always on the internet checking her scores. She's second with 1,183. Barbara Edwards and Clement third, fourth, and fifth, respectively. Time now for the men's 800 meters. The American record held by Johnny Gray. And Johnny Gray, that record has stood for a long time, 142.60. And Khadevis Robinson, interestingly enough, coached by the guy that used to put people in, quote-unquote, the twilight zone, Johnny Gray.
And you know, sometimes Johnny Gray, the coach of Khadevis Robinson, puts Khadevis in the twilight zone with his training sessions, he tells me. Khadevis said, boy, I'm so tired all the time. I'm so tired. I said, are you getting enough rest? He said, I can't never get enough rest with the training sessions he gives me. Here's a young man to remember. Jonathan Johnson got 44.8 400-meter relay speed. He's a terrific talent here. Not quite in the shape he was in last year. Turned pro a year early out of Texas Tech, did Jonathan Johnson.
Jonathan Johnson, one of the guys to watch, as you mentioned. There's Jabri Harris also in the field. 2 laps of the track. And Larry, with these weather conditions today, how does that affect these distances at the 800?
Weather's great.
Negligible?
Weather's great.
Perfect.
I mean, we're talking about mid-60s. Rain has stopped. It's cool. There's no really major breeze of anything. This is great stuff if you're an 800-meter runner. Get it on, guys. Let's go.
And they are off here.
Well, we have a second. Let me just tip the hat here. I think the 3 meets that we have had so far in our outdoor season, coming up to the national championships, the Adidas Track Classic, Nike Prefontaine, and this meet, the RBK Grand Prix, are the best 3 track meets in quality that I have ever seen in my career doing this outdoors here. World-leading performances so far in every meet here. Just terrific stuff. $1.5 million between appearance money and prize money given out to these athletes in these 3 meets who are attracting many of the world's best to these shores.
A lot of these athletes getting themselves on track for the AT&T Outdoor Championships coming up in Indianapolis. Damon Drummond is the rabbit in the race. Khadevis Robinson in second place. Robinson not afraid of taking it out quickly and running from the lead. He says, hey, usually that's just the way it happens. 1 lap to go.
And a good job by Damian Drummond out of high school in Brooklyn here. Passed about 49.5. And KD tries to move out, and he tries to go around him at the time. The Drummond tries to swing wide and get out of the way of everybody. Unfortunately, it worked that way. But right now, Robinson right up there with the best.
Johnson in first, Robinson on his shoulder, Kirk in third place.
Keep an eye on Kirk. He was an All-American at Auburn and runs for Trinidad, an Olympian and a world champion guy. This is going to be a great finish.
200 meters to go. Khadevis Robinson used up a little bit of energy on the back straight there. He was running wide. Now with about 150 to go, it's still Khadevis Robinson in front. Sheridan Kirk in second place.
Johnson losing ground here. Look at Khadevis trying. He said, I've been doing more distance training, and it's showing down the home stretch. Look at his strength as he pulls away.
Khadevis Robinson just rolling in this one, expanding his lead at the tape and crossing the finish line unofficially in 1:45.67.
Robinson gets first easily. Sheridan Kirk faded down the stretch a bit, but holds on for second place. And congratulations to the man they nicknamed KD. I mean, why not in the United States? Everything's abbreviated, right?
That's the way to roll. Khadevis Robinson taking this one easily in the drizzle. Nice. Why not take a bow?
What a good guy he is. Out of TCU, watch him down the backstretch. He gets the lead. Johnson starts to fade. His 400-meter time, I don't think, is as sharp, and that translates to slower 800 time does for Jonathan. And Sheridan Kirk, known for superb relay running at 4x4. He's got great speed, moves up steadily. But the strength of the long runs that up and down San Vicente Boulevard in Santa Monica, California, that KD's been doing pays off as his stamina holds him up more strongly in the last 100 meters, he said, than ever before in his career.
We saw him in Carson, California a couple of weeks ago, looking very strong, showing great fitness and holding good form here down the straightaway with 10 meters to go and winning easily.
Johnny Gray says, train so hard that your races are easy. It'll pay off in Europe later this summer.
I'm not sure that he would say that was easy, but he made it look that way anyway, Larry. Here's a look at the final results. Robinson at 1:45.66, Kirk in second, and Yumpoy of Kenya in third. Let's go to Dwight Stones, right?
Mark, KD, the good news and bad news on the rabbit, he ran a pretty good pace, but he wouldn't get out of the way.
Yeah, you know, the pace was perfect, and then he got in my way, but that's life, you know. Everything don't always go perfect for you in life, but you have to learn how to adapt. I adapted well. I'm happy I was able to run well. It's on ESPN. And I'm happy to be able to perform in front of everybody today. I'm really excited.
Well, a lot of people think that you're just a classic front runner, but what you say is, hey, if the pace is too slow, I'm going to take it. But if somebody else wants it, I'm happy to give it to them. With 200 meters to go, though, you just started to pull away from this crowd.
Yeah, that's true. Johnny Gray's my coach. He want me to run a pace. He don't want me to lead necessarily, but I'm not afraid to lead. I go out strong, and they work for me today. But if somebody wants to go out 48, I'll let them have it. But today they went out at a pretty good pace. Like I said, the rabbit wasn't, I could have ran better, but it's all for the fans and for the crowd and for USA Track and Field.
Now, winning's becoming a habit. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Mark?
Yeah, it certainly is a good habit. And coming up next, we get to the women's distance runners with Sarah Jameson of Australia, a silver medalist in the Commonwealth Games recently, looking to get a win here this afternoon. Back to you.
Technology has made your morning easier. Why not your shave? The Philips Norelco